Hello, Gravy Timothy's, and welcome back to some Hearts of Iron 4, where today we're bringing back a bit of an old series we've had on the channel that we haven't caught up with in a while, where we go ahead and look at some focuses that countries have that aren't exactly good. Now, obviously, there have been quite a few DLCs since we last did this, and there's a lot more focuses in the game that people will never do. Now, of course, we've already covered the majority of these low-hanging fruit ones, like the entire New Zealand focus tree, which I definitely have to say is a leftover testament to its time and just how awe-inspiring it is. But I did want to go ahead and give a honorable mention to New Zealand because they have changed it a little bit in the fact that now that you, I think if you go the historical path, the Dominion of New Zealand, you can actually now unite Polynesia because you'll get a whole bunch of decisions to request control of the islands. Do I want to really go out of my way to show this by playing New Zealand just for this funny thing? I mean, don't question it. And after taking a quick nap waiting for the US to join the Allies, we've clicked the last one and they will accept. And now we just need to go and take the Japanese islands. That's a lot of crap. Wowzers, after successfully leading a island campaign to take all this stuff, it definitely didn't show up in the console to show off this small jerk. I formed the Dominion of Polynesia. And there you go, that's what's new with the New Zealand focus streak. We even get Hawaii. Wowzers, amazing. Pretty cool flag though, gotta give them that. Anyway, on to the new crap. So, straight away after looking at New Zealand, which was one of the first focus trees added to the game via the Together for Victory DLC, it's time to look at one of the more recent ones. Yo, war crimes o'clock, anyone? Now, the Italian focus tree went from being one of the worst in Hearts of Iron 4 to being, in my opinion, up there in the top bracket of good. But let's be real, when we're talking about the Italian focus tree, who the hell is playing as Dino Grande? I actually just capitulated Ethiopia so quickly, I didn't even get to annex Alsa, which, you know, maybe the spirit of Dino Grande actually means something, eh? So the way this works is after winning the old war, we immediately just start slandering the old bald man and get someone else in charge and go down convene the Grand Council. Now, I guess this is kind of a two-in-one deal because you can also go the Italo Balbo path, which, you know, in all fairness, I kind of know who he is, kind of famous, mostly for, dying. Hey, but you know, Dino Grande, I haven't got a clue. And considering the whole point of going down this side in particular and deposing Mussolini is you can go the monarchist path, which in itself is really good, and then you can also go the secret path with the Pope, which is even better. Like, why on earth would you ever go Dino Grande? Let's find out. Now, it's not like there aren't other paths for the Italian tree that are exactly not very good. I mean, the whole communist side is pretty weak compared to the historical one and the historical monarchist path, but there are achievements linked to it. There is nothing linked to getting Dino Grande. Mom, can we have Purge? Mom be like, no, Timmy, we have Purge at home. Yeah, Purge at home be like, Rodolfo Graziani, the grand battle plan expert, will die. Alright, I'm just gonna see what happens if I just keep purging everyone. But we have a single person left. Execute him. I really have no idea what Mr. Grande is cooking right now. Kind of weird, you actually get a choice here of going down the Divino Duce or the Greater Purpose. And if you go down this left side, you do get access to the Mare Nostrum or the Greater Italy side. But if you just do Greater Purpose, it locks off pretty quickly. But you do get a pretty good buff right there, where you get a compliance growth speed 5% and war goals against everyone that is a neighbor to us. And then down there, if we go to it, every Italian subject will get a buff, which isn't great, but we get a division attack on core territory and defense, which, yeah, it's not It's not great, I won't lie. But I guess if you actually rush down this, it would be a very easy way if you actually set up for it to puppet France, Austria, and the Yugos and the Swiss straight away in the game, because you just airdrop into them. I sadly did not plan for that, nor do I really want to do that, but I mean, it would be funny, but no, we won't do that. But yeah, you could definitely rush down here quickly and get it so that you get the war goals, and you could probably get France before they join the Allies. So we just did the focus expanded corporatism, which gives us a whole bunch of buffs to our industry, and then we also get another compliance growth speed of 5% down here. So if you did stack all the compliance growth you could probably get a lot of stuff cooking with Italy. It also gives you access to more of the factories in a state, I'm assuming with less, lower compliance. So again, if you were to rush getting France, you'd have access to a lot of factories very quickly. So you know what, Dino? You are slowly winning me over here. Also, I don't think anyone ever really does this or shows this off, but if you go to security militias over here, which you can do with deposing Mussolini, you can actually get assault battalions, which is a support company, I'm pretty sure, that only Italy can get. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to get a non-aggression pact with the UK, which I already had before, but they did cancel it because it ran out. But once we have that, which we can get with our spies and just improving relations again right here, because they love me. After that, after deploying 1 million manpower, we can proclaim the Italian Empire, and there is a whole lot of text here, and I'm not too sure what it does, but I guess we're going to give it a go. From what I'm understanding, it says with our aspiring empire to be less costly to annex territories on the African continent, which there's not a lot left to take. Oh, so we actually get imperial recognition too. People actually have to recognize us, and when they do, they get opinion of us, and we get 20 political power. China did not. China said no. Oh, and the UK actually guarantees us. That's interesting. Japan recognized us, and we get a nice color. That's a nice deep forest green. It does seem like it is kind of pushing you to be more friendly towards the Allies, which is, again, it's very weird prospect considering a few things. There's one thing that you get a lot of, I've noticed, is Dino Grande, it's political power, and I've ran out of stuff to do with it. Oh, well, Yugoslavia just submitted to me, so there you go. Free Yugoslavia. So yeah, we do get the assault battalions. They give us a bit of breakthrough, a bit of soft attack, a little bit less organization, stuff like that, but they do give you 40 HP too, so they're not exactly the worst thing. I guess it'd be worth putting in if you have nothing else to stick in them. You know, I think it might be calling to me. Okay, now I know I was kind of being pushed in the direction of being more on side with the Allies, but have you also considered that Dino Grande is still Italian and gonna switch on side? And there goes the landings. And the best part about this is they lose their orc, because I have gone down the special forces doctrine that'll reduce their orc once they get landed on, and as you can see, it made my job a lot easier. And there we go, completely overwhelmed the UK, and the best part is, because of my cool little spirit, wherever it is, I get reduced cost for taking land in Africa. It's like it was meant to happen. Oh yeah, that's if I even get any war participation. Don't have player conferences on for this one, so it might get a little messy. Okay, so what counts as reduced cost for land in Africa? Does this look reduced to you? I guess it kind of looks reduced, but it's 16 for a province, say in Congo. How much is it for a province in the UK? This one's 30. So, Cumbria is worth double a province in the Congo. Well, yeah, I guess that was Dino Grande. And I have to say, it does get a few good buffs, and I definitely kind of want to go back and try rushing this one to see if it actually does a bit better. Just because of all the compliance buffs you may get, and it's a bit of a early war chaotic one. So I think Dino Grande gets a pass. But we're not done there yet. There are still more focuses to look at. Okay, so in all fairness, the Italian tree maybe carried Dino's path a bit, because you can still do a lot of the other fun stuff in it, but still, I'd give it a pass. Okay, so Poland has a very good focus tree again, added, I think, in No Step Back, or should I say at least updated and expanded. And one side of it I never saw the point of, was over here. You see, like, the monarchist side of the Polish tree is obviously my favorite, as I'm assuming it is a lot of people, just because there's so many different choices and ways you can go. But one thing I've just never saw the point of was willingly becoming a German puppet over here. Okay, so we've gone down it, we've flipped our political party, and we've got this, those eyebrows are quite something. It just kind of looks like your eyebrows have mustaches. Now we get the chance of going over here and staying independent, essentially, and keeping ourselves, not divided by the Germans, put it that way. Or we could do the Beck-Ribbentrop pack, which, well, you'll just see what happens here. Safe. But at what cost? Well, the cost is just all our land, really, over here. And the bestest of parts is you are now a German puppet. Fun! Okay, so I guess we can very politely ask the Germans to give us a more autonomous status here, or try and slowly become independent by fighting them. Pro tip, by the way, either way you go about this, it tends to end up in war. I did actually accept the bit there, so now we've moved up to a satellite, which I guess technically you could just become free by upping your autonomy. You never have to declare independence and go to war with the Germans, which would make more sense. Because it's just not worth fighting. I don't see this ever being worth it, because all it does is essentially buy you a bit more time of being alive, I guess, from the Germans, but they're so easy to beat in so many of the Polish paths that it's kind of dumb, especially since you're kind of rolling the dice on whether or not they'll even accept this independence, which it is saying it is very likely to go to war. So I'm not going to do it that way. I will try and do it just through this system right here. But the alternative to doing that is staying with the Germans, and you get the post-war borders, where you get a chance of gaining cores on all Estonian states, Belarusian states, Ukrainian states. But again, it's just a chance. And I'm just so glad they just immediately just drag me into the war as well. Well, I guess I'm going to start upping my autonomy here. And just like that, after porting off all my equipment, we are now free. And, well, stuck in the war with the Germans. But it does not matter, we're free. Free and just lost all my land. But we're free! I just realized, if you do that before you finish this focus, you can't even do it. I gotta reload. Alright. So I get the choice here of taking the Baltics, which doesn't seem worth it, or all Ukrainian and Belarusian things, or we could do Ukrainian and the Black Sea. So I guess I'll just go in the middle here and do Belarusian and Ukrainian, and see if that works. Oh, I guess I have to put all my claims in first, and then they'll accept. They accepted. Okay, so I got that one. They will give me all the Ukrainian and Black Sea stuff. Yeah, and there you go. We do have cores on some of this stuff, if not all of it. So I guess you could get pretty good, but is this worth it? I don't know. All I'm saying is Dino Grande ain't looking too damn bad right now in comparison. So I'm assuming if you do all this, you give up all your land to the Germans, you become a puppet, and then you make yourself free by doing the interface way, and then you just play the game normally like you would as sort of like a minor power to the Allies, like Canada maybe for the Germans. Considering you're so far behind factory-wise, and you've lost land, and the only way you can expand is going into the Soviets. You have to play it pretty close to your chest here and kind of specify what you're gonna do. And yeah, considering this is your resource pile right here, it's not a lot you can really get cooking. I think the best thing you can do, because when you get the cores on this stuff, if you get lucky, is to simply get yourself a collab government on the Russians all the way. That way, because the Germans are going to push for you, your collab will count, because all the land will be under your country. I hope the Germans do that when we declare war on them, which means you could just hope that you get a lucky German AI and they push far enough in that you actually get the Russians capitulated really quickly because of your collab government, which is what I'm going to try and do, I guess. I mean, you could also help by getting rid of the Allies, just power-dropping into them and just only put all your industry into that, but I kind of did that last game, so we're not doing it this time. We're just going to pretend like he's not there. Yeah, also, don't ask why this is I'm not looking over there either. Okay, so Soviets actually declared war on me, which means we don't exactly get the initial hold here, as I did not bother even trying to do that. And let's just hope the Germans can deal with this. My allies don't appear to be pushing. Come on, guys. Yeah, I get the feeling they ain't gonna push, are they? I think my collab government may have been for nothing. Okay, someone must have poked him with a stick because he's moving. Well, that wasn't exactly the blitzkrieg I was expecting, but I guess I got my land back. Maybe as the support player in this scenario, I'll try and keep the axes together by sending over my new Polish tank divisions. Oh, God. Oh. In all fairness, Italy, I tried my best, which apparently was not enough. I'm assuming the Germans are trying to get me to do their job. There you go. Maybe I can motivate the AI to do something. At least give me more divisions if I actually make a push with them. The Germans just let Romania die too. They didn't even have any troops down here. Okay, I don't think the German AI knows what it's doing if Poland's in the way. I just spent like 10 minutes attacking this province to get one encirclement. Looked over here. Hey! You know what? I don't even care. I'm doing my part. Also, my tanks suck, but they are slowly getting better. Come over here and deal with this too, and that is a pretty nice encirclement. But again, every encirclement I get doesn't matter, apparently. Okay, I don't know why, but the AI is cooking finally, which is good because the industry, we've run out of resources. There's no one to trade with. Please do something here. Yeah, you might think me giving them the land actually got this thing moving, but no. I was giving them land for ages and nothing was happening, but then out of nowhere I got naval invaded by Turkey, and apparently that got the AI thinking about moving. Even the damn AI can't handle the humiliation of losing to the Turks, apparently. Okay, question is though, can they actually get this finished off in time? We do have a full collab on the Russians, so it could happen if the AI does not stop now. Oh my god, okay, we actually have resources, which means we are once again producing equipment for the first time in years. We may be guaranteed to lose to the Allies in the long run, but I refuse to not take the Soviets with me. You know, I think we're gonna need to get this guy a bigger jacket for all of his medals. I have no idea what just happened and why they capitulated. Like, when I get out of this, I'll show you what happened, but the Germans had pulled back all their units, and I was fighting for my life. Maybe someone took Vladivostok. That's the only thing I can think of. Immediately pause that so I could show you the situation. The Germans had left the line completely, but the Allies are also warred the Soviets because Turkey declared war on the Iranians, so I reckon someone may have landed in Vladivostok or something weird, but yeah. We're still gonna lose, but I reckon with the Soviets down, we could at least turn this into a stalemate, but we'd have to run back to Europe and try and help, I guess. First off, we take out Denmark. Was not hard, unsurprisingly. Like a detour from securing France, because once again, we've been naval invaded by the Turks. Oh, boys. It's been an honor. Oh, that's just rude. Yep. You wouldn't like it if I did it to you. I have no idea why I'm even still playing at this point, other than the fact, sheer pettiness, just from the fact that AI threw me under the bus by being terrible in the first place. I now refuse to lose to it. But one thing that is very interesting is that, look, there's almost 50 million casualties in this war. That is insane. Hey, I mean, like, in general, like, our side's taking a lot, me included, but the UK's at 14 million, the US is at 10 million, China's at 8 million, well, you know, they've been fighting from the start, France 3 million, Turkey's at 1.6 million, and I don't even know how it's possible that Denmark somehow got 1 million manpower to have in an army. No, they dropped one on Warsaw. Well, just in case you didn't make the first one clear. Okay, boys, it has truly been an honor to serve with you, but I don't think there's much left we can do here. They truly do be rinsing me in the comment section. So, out of respect for the men that did their job here, where no more Poles will die, we'll put down our arms we'll see what the hell this peace conference is going to look like, because I am actually very interested. And there we go. The worst part about all of this is that for some reason we kept all this crap. Hey, you know, I mean... it's not the worst. Hey, we did still retain our nuclear bomb, so in the end, who's the winner? But there you go. That was going right side Poland and joining Germany, becoming a puppet. And as you can probably tell, was it worth it? No. Like, in the end, you end up with a pink Bulgaria. And who the hell wants that? It was a fun little challenge in a way, though, trying to like string everything together and pulling the alliance forward. But the AI was just not on my side today. Hey, don't matter, because I ended up on the winning side. I'm no longer a puppet of anyone. And millions of people died. So if you want to see more of these terrible focuses, nobody does, feel free to leave a like and subscribe down below and tell me. Otherwise, I won't know and assume you just hate me. So yeah, I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep now.